You ever feel like the childlike wonder of opening packs full of random cards and sticking your favorites into a deck has been sucked out of the game? Decks today are all about optimizing hand trap ratios and playing the most optimal strategies possible, but where's the fun in that? In this series, we're trying to get to the highest rank in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, Master 1, by only opening Master Packs after every single win. But since we have already reached Diamond, we have entered Master Mode. Now we take 2 Master Packs after every single win. Credit to Cimo and Hausman for inventing. Playing Master Duel Masochist makes me feel like I'm playing a totally new game. But do you know what else can make you feel like you're playing a totally new game?
Are you ready to take your Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in-game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright, what's up guys? We have a brand new episode. We have a brand new deck to try, which is really cool. This is a 60 card variant. This was sent to me again on Discord. The same person that sent me the last deck list sent me this deck list. It is a guy named Tristan. A really cool deck list. It's a 60 card variant. We haven't played this in a while. It's a little bit of everything. It kind of shows all the different things that we pulled in this challenge, which is Lunalights, Phantom Knights, Lunalights. What are these? Dinosaurs, tier limits. I don't know how much the tier limits are really going to come up in this. I mean, I guess we can get into the Kaleido Heart, but we only have one copy. We'll see what we can do, because we have like King of the Swamps and stuff like that. So we'll see what we can do. I'm not really even entirely sure how we make this, but I'm sure it will come up in the game, because we've got this to replace the name. We've got the other tier limit. I'm not entirely sure, but you know what? I think it'll come up in the game, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I just thought about it. It's the Paleozoics. The Paleozoics are aquas, so we can use a Paleozoic plus maybe like King of the Swamps and wherever else the tier limit Kid Kalos is. But the whole point is just to mill with the tier limit Kid Kalos. If you mill this, you search this. If you search this, you can special sign it. So it's not like it's a pretty decent combo. This isn't guaranteed that we're going to go into it, but I guess we're just playing it just to play it. Okay, so this is our first time playing through it. This isn't too bad. Honestly, this is not too bad. We've got Lightning Storm. Branded Regained, we don't really have a way to banish, which kind of sucks, but we do have Branded Regained. We'll see what we can do here. This is a Blue Eyes player, and they are playing also the Buster Blader package, which means also going to be getting locked out of things, which kind of sucks for us. But we do have Lightning Storm. I'll see what I can do here. I mean, it is good. Lightning Storm is good against Blue Eyes if they don't go into the right monsters in time. It actually is a great card to open, because if we pop True Light, we pop everything. It's actually really good for that. So we'll see what we can do here. Again, this is pretty good, but I guess we'll just have to see what they do. Yeah, they're going to go True Light. I mean, they're going to get True Light, place it, whatever they have to do. The problem is that they do basically have set up to stop us here. But we do have a half-decent hand. Okay, cool. They're going to summon Blue Eyes. I mean, they're going to get at least 2 spirits on board. Again, I just hope that they leave this. If they leave the spirits on board, nah, that's not even that great either. Spirit can negate the True Light. Spirit can negate True Light. So that kind of sucks for us. This one might be a loss, but I mean, this would have been a loss no matter what deck we played. This is just like we drew no hand traps, and they fully comboed off. And they went straight into this dude. Going to go into Azure Eyes. That protects from card effects. So it protects these 2 from card effects. He has a negate card effect protection. This was a very weird route. Not at all the route I would have taken. But it actually sucks. This is the best route that he could have taken given my hand. But it's actually not the best route that he could have taken in general, which actually sucks for us because if I activate this, he could just negate it. Again, they never end on this, but it just so happens that we play against a weirdo that ends on this. And Lightning Storm, obviously, you have to activate first. So I guess we'll bait out a negate, because you have to activate it first, because if I place anything into play, I have a face-up card, I can't activate Lightning Storm. So we kind of lose this dude right here. We get rid of one negate, and then he's going to also do the Buster Lock here. Again, I didn't want this to happen now. I would rather have activated Branded Regain. That way, when he banished stuff, I would get the draw. But again, I have to do it in this order. As much as this sucks, I do have to do this in this order. Yep, now he's going to activate this, banish materials. Again, not the way I would have wanted this to happen, but Lightning Storm is just that kind of a card sometimes. Yep, he's going to banish some materials. Summon Destruction Swordsman. And then he's going to summon the Buster Dragon from the extra deck, which means he's going to have basically change all our monsters to defense and other stuff like that. So I think from here, I think we'll go Branded Regained. I think we'll activate this just in case they banish again. Again, their banishing is pretty much done. Now, I can't even banish anything out of their graveyard because of this guy. We'll go Foolish Burial Goods. I kind of want to see what I can get. And I will Foolish Burial Goods. I'll send maybe this. And then I grab a Tearlament monster. I guess that's the right thing to do here. Lunalight. Banish this, discard a card, add a Lunalight. Is there anything worth it? Yeah, that's not a cost, is it? Banish this card, discard one card, cost. So that will not trigger the Coatlas. Okay, so I think the Tearlament card is the best thing to send. So I'll send that. See if I can grab something. Yep, we'll grab our Tearlament. Kashtira. And then I guess why not? We're gonna go off a little bit here. We're gonna try to do some things. Activate this. Put up some defenses. Banish the Sulik. He's gonna Majesty. I mean, realistically, I'm just using this game to kind of see what the deck does. So, like, the loss here is guaranteed, but I'm just trying to see what our deck can actually do here. So we'll activate this. Yep, send some more cards off the top of the deck. Why not? Send a Coatlas. Sure, okay. We might be able to get a Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. But the issue is it turns everything into dinosaurs. So we have access to Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, but I can't. This changes everything to defense. Does piercing. Now this makes everything dragons. This changes all dragons to defense. And makes it so they can't activate their effect. So unfortunately, even though I can summon... What's his name? I think our best play, funny enough, is actually Baguska Path. It almost always is. I think we'll go double Evolution Pill. We'll banish the one in Graveyard. And again, we'll banish Ash Blossom out of the Graveyard. I think we just go for, what's his name? Oh, never mind. I was going to go for an Oviraptor, but I guess it's a big monster, so not an Oviraptor. Yeah, I guess we could summon this, but again, it doesn't really matter because it'll get changed to defense, and then I won't be able to attack over anything. So this will change it to defense. So even though this would have been amazing, I can't attack any of his monsters. I can summon this. I guess I can go for a Link monster. Oh wait, I can go for a Link monster, right? But the problem is, again, these guys are still protected. We'll normal summon this. So get changed to defense. Yeah, also, dragon monsters cannot activate their effects. So even if I summon, like, this right here and pop this, I can't activate the effect regardless. Because he's preventing me from activating effects. So even if I summon that, I try to pop it, it doesn't work. Realistically, I can't win this game. I just want to see what some of the things the deck can do. Against other opponents, I think that could have been really cool. Okay, so we just lost a coin flip. We'll see how it does. I mean, we are in Platinum 5. It's usually the easiest rank in the game, but Sometimes even the easiest ranks can be a little bit tough, depending on what time in the month you're playing, and if you're just getting hand trapped and ghost ogred and all that stuff, it's tough. Bad reaction to Samochi. I mean, how many gift cards do you have, buddy? We're getting burned for 12. We're getting a monster special summoned. Okay. I mean, he's just unloading everything in the draw phase, so I don't know if that's enough damage or not. He's going to set another secret barrel, so that's 1200, that's 2400. Okay, cool. Yep, I'll take another 1200. Now, what the hell does this do? When your opponent special summons a monster, they gain life points equal to the attack of one of the special summoned monsters. Okay. How do I play this out smart where I don't do a lot of damage to myself? So, first things first, I think the way to do it is we just don't special summon. I think that's like the best way to do it. I think we just play normal summons here. I think that's actually the smartest way to do this. We'll start with reinforcements. I guess we'll see what they have. I can also go with the tier limit, but that special summons and then it will burn me, so I don't want to do that. I will just go with... I'll just go with this. Yeah, I think we just play this game a little slower. We'll normal summon this. Is that for any... If your opponent summons a monster, even if I... Okay. So I don't want to burn myself to death here, so I have to be a little bit smart, because every time I summon anything, it does damage to me. Which is kind of a wicked combo there. Huh. Equal to half the attack. I mean, he's got nothing else going on, right? Yeah, I think we just... Yeah, I think we just go to battle. Oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna just go to battle there because that was a little bit of a weird, a little bit of a weird deck. That's not a bad little combo there. I'm not gonna lie. I've never seen that before out of that deck, but that was a very weird build. But that was an interesting combo. Okay, this is what our opponent was playing. Again, this is a very weird build of this. I've never seen anybody run this card right here, but it is actually kind of interesting. Your opponent summons, they gain life points, and then they get burned by bad reaction to smoke. I've never seen that particular, like, I've never seen anybody run this ever. Like, I never have. Usually it's gift cards and this, the trice and guess, and like there's one more card, I don't know what it's called, but it's there too. Upstart is always hilarious in this deck because like they get burned and you draw. But yeah, we just played it patiently. One access code tag. We played it patiently, I guess. We probably would have won. Realistically, we probably would have won because this deck is very low on resources. So unless he drew like a pot of desires, we probably would have won. Okay, let's open up a master pack and hopefully get something useful out of this. I'm at the point where we have been pulling stuff recently, but it's like every third episode we have like really good pulls, and then like 3-4 episodes straight we'll just get nothing. So we'll see what we can do here. So we really got to get some motion going here. We've got an Adamant Superior Dragite and Satellar Knight Cyrus. I remember one of these rocks was really good, but I don't remember which one. This card, special summon, draw a card. I think this one is actually the good one. Yeah, when you special summon by effective Adamant Superior, draw a card. We don't have really too many ways to do that, but that's actually not bad. And then we've got Proxy F Magician, which is like a fusion card for Cybers monsters, and we already have it. And we've also got Magical Musketeer Cross Domination, one of the better Magical Musketeer cards actually, because it's just really good. This deck, it's not a high rarity deck. This is the most high rarity card. Everything else, as you can see, is like super rare and below. But it's a matter of did you pull it or not, and we just haven't. This is honestly a very good card. This is overall kind of a decent deck, especially with Fiendsmith, but we just haven't really been pulling a lot of it. This card needs a Magical Musketeer monster, just like all the spells and traps need them, so we can't really use it right now. But yeah, nothing usable, but I mean, I guess one day out of nowhere that could be useful. Okay, I just won the coin flip, and out of like instinct I just chose to go first, but I just realized you probably actually don't know if you're supposed to go first or second with this deck. I'm actually not completely sure because I thought about it. I'm like, don't you want to... We get ashed, okay, we're going to be able to triple tactics here, that's good. Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about taking a card out of their hand. That's what I'm kind of thinking about. I think that might be actually the best idea here, is to actually send a card to take a look at their hand and then make plays based on that. Or we could just draw two. Yeah, I honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I kind of regret. Yeah, I should have taken a card. I kind of regret not going second. But then again, going second's kind of tough. Regardless. Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to be going first or second. The objective that... Okay, well, you know what's good, though? We got 2 back-to-back scoops. Our opponent thinks we're playing a meta deck, and they're not trying to play against full power tier limits. I don't even know what they're playing, but they weren't trying to play against tier limits. But we're not even playing tier limits. Okay, this is what our opponent was playing. They're playing Valmonica. From the outside looking in, and they would have beat us. They would have beat us 100%. But from the outside looking in, they probably thought we were about to go full combo with tier limits, because what did we use? Triple Tactics, followed by Foolish Burial Goods. And they didn't have any more interruptions, and they were like, oh, I'm not dealing with this tier limit combo. I hope they look at our deck, only to realize what actually just happened there. Okay, let's open up another Master Pack and see what we get here. I'm kind of thinking about starting to click skip on these, but I don't know. It's not as dramatic. Toy Parade, Avenging Knight, Magical Moonstar. If you control a tuner, you can special summon this card from your hand. That's not too bad. If this card is normal summon, becomes the same level as that monster. So this can make... That's actually not bad, but you got to have a tuner. But it's not actually a bad card. We don't really play a lot of decks with tuners, but that's not bad. Magic Key World, Fire Lake is decent, but you need a bunch of Burning Abyss monsters. Repeat City. Okay, we won the coin flip, actually. I chose to go second to see... This is the greatest hand we've drawn yet. We have the Kashtira tier limit, but we also have Grassix Screener. We finally drew... It is a 60-card deck, and we finally drew the Grassix Screener. We also drew the Phantom Knight, which is a nice starter in itself, because we can discard the Yellow Martin. But we also drew the Emerald Bird, and then we can discard Yellow Martin. Our opponent's playing the Zodiacs, which is... Okay, I'll take it. I've not played against Zodiacs in a while. Morphtronic. Okay, I just realized our opponent is a bot. Which sucks, because we always draw the most insane hands against the bots. Why do we always draw the most insane hands against the bot? I guess we can see what the deck can do in its current state. Do I bait out the Ash here, or do I just go straight for the... I mean, will the bot have an Ash Blossom? That's the question. I guess, you know what? We'll bait out. We'll bait it out. We'll normal summon out the Lunalight Bird. We'll activate her effect. We'll discard the Martin. We'll draw a card. We'll bait out the Ash. Okay, they didn't have an Ash. I should have milled that, but you know, you got to be careful. So we'll go ahead and activate the Grasslook Screener. We'll mill a bunch of cards, and then we'll finally see... Never mind. I guess we didn't mill that many cards. Well, we milled some cards, which is important. But we have 5 effects. They're all activatable right now, which is nice. And, yeah, I guess we start activating some of them. We'll activate the Tearlaman Kashtira. We'll summon this out. We'll banish this one, because we probably won't have another use for it. We only have one Tearlaman, and then we can send cards off the top of our deck. On your side of the field, yeah, we'll send some cards off the top of the deck. Like I said, we have a lot of effects that we can activate now, so we'll activate this. Why not? We'll grab a Phantom Knight card. Grab the Wings. I'll activate another card. The Bottles to search something, yeah. I'll activate this. I guess we will discard... We'll discard this because it could just probably be more useful later. The Stolic's not really doing much. I guess we'll just add the Tearlaman, not Tearlaman, the Lunalight Tiger. Activate the Tiger. Activate this to grab... This card is normal summon. Nope. Nope. Okay, so I guess we'll just grab Yellow Martin. And then from here, I think we just go for... I think we just go for like a Link 4 play, honestly. I think we should go for a Link 4 play here. I don't think there's anything else that we really need to do. Yeah, I guess we'll just go these two. Summon a Wee Witch. Activate this. Turn this to hand. Summon back the Yellow Martin. Destrudo. I guess I can summon Destrudo back, make a 7 if I want to. Yeah, why not? We'll make a... do this. Again, it'd be kind of cool if we had Baron de Fleur, because now we have a level 3 and a level 7, but we don't. So we'll go Lunalight Tiger, because it's not once per turn. Activate this effect. Grab this back out. Bird. We have a level 7. Is this for the rest of the turn, or banish it when it leaves the field? When it leaves the field for any reason. But we could just make a Time Thief and save it for later. Not have to do this now. So we'll make this now. I guess we just leave the Sulik on board temporarily. I mean, we can use these 3 right here to make, if we want to, we can make a Crusadia Avermax, but I don't know if there's really a reason. We have the Sulik right now, so I think we're better off just going to battle phase and just attacking over his monster. And it kind of sucks that we draw like these kind of like insane hands against a deck where it didn't matter anyway. But it is what it is, so just attack with these guys. We probably could have gamed them here, but yeah, we definitely could have gamed him here. We did like one more thing, we definitely could have gamed him here. And then we'll just end phase. I'll leave it on this, because this isn't too bad. Yeah, we definitely could have gamed them at some point there. I think we just didn't. We played that out right. Okay, we'll start off with the Time Thief. See what we can grab off of this bot's hand. Oh, the bot's deck. It's an Orbital 7. Yeah, these bots doesn't have anything. I think just open master packs and stuff. They're going to summon an Arcana Force. Flip a coin. Sure thing, man. Flip a coin. This is going to be heads. This is going to be 500 more attack. But it's also getting dropped by 500 attack because of the Wee Witch. It's kind of funny. And usually this is where they just enter battle and just crash into one of our monsters and the game ends. But this actually isn't too bad. We have the Time Thief with activatable effects, because we can like detach this and then we get to search a Lunalight Spell Trap card, but we can also detach this and then we can target a Lunalight monster that's in your banished or in your graveyard, special summon and defense, negate its effects. So we can go with either one of these effects. We also have a negate here, which is kind of cool with the Tearlament Sulik. So we have like a couple of interruptions here, slash recursion. They're going to choose to crash. Alright, go ahead, crash. Our Destrudo goes back to the deck. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Okay, they're going to go to end phase, and now we can use the Time Thief Redoer. We'll detach Yellow Martin, which will allow me to search a Spell Trap card. Never mind, it won't allow me to search the Spell Trap card. But at least it didn't... Maybe I milled all of them, I don't know. It didn't allow me to search the Spell Trap card. Actually, hold on, let me double check that. I think I might have screwed that up. It lets me search a Lunalight Spell Trap card. Okay, Lunalight, one word Spell Trap card, but this Lunalight bottle is Luna, not one word, light perfume. I sometimes I don't know why they do this stuff, but okay, you don't get to search that one. You have to search one of the other trap cards, but it's whatever. We have game on board here. I don't even have to do anything else, but yeah, I should have detached the Emerald Bird because I would have summoned back a Lunalight monster from the graveyard, but who cares? I mean, again, in that situation, it doesn't really matter, but in a really close game, that would have actually probably hurt. All right, let's open up a master pack. We've got hopefully something cool here. We pulled some hollows early, but not anything usable, so there's a lot of flashing in this one. When Utopia shows up, you gotta hope something's good in here. I hope he didn't show up for nothing. Iron Core Buster, Preda Planning's decent. It's a decent card, but you need Preda Plants, obviously. I mean, that's not like... This is a decent interruption. Actually, no, I have to play a Predaplant monster in order to do this. But this is a decent interruption because it places Predaplant counters on everything, turns everything level 1, which could be good against certain decks. But a little specific. And then we've got Sprite Gamma Burst, which we do have a few sprites. We have Amazon Scouts and Lord of the Red. Again, why did Utopia show up for this? Could have stayed home. Okay, we lost a coin flip, but this hand's looking pretty good. We have Ash Blossom and DD Crow, which is nice. Branded Regained, pretty cool. King of the Swamps. Maybe not in this hand, but not a bad card. But this isn't too bad. This isn't actually too bad. We'll see what our opponent does here, but DD Crow is pretty good against Dark Magician. So is the Luna Light. I mean, so is the Ash Blossom. It can be quite good against Dark Magician. And we'll kind of see what they're able to do here, but the hand really isn't bad. Magical Circle. I can actually Ash this. This will prevent him from getting to... Actually, this adds a Spawn Trap card, right? Spawn Trap card. Yeah, I'll just Ash this. No, I just won't Ash this because that, even though he put a monster on top of his deck, he should have put Spawn Trap card. But he's gonna add Chaos. Yeah, it's like, okay, take Chaos Form. Maybe, I don't know what the intention here is. Maybe he wants to summon that guy, the Ritual Monster. Most of the time they don't, but he's going to summon Lord of the Red. This is a great card to Ash right here. Fantastic card to Ash. Yep, he's going to Tribute to Special Summon Red Eyes. This I am going to Ash 100%. Great card to Ash. Phenomenal. It commits a lot of resources. It wastes his normal summon, and we get to get rid of it. This guy's deck, although seemingly kind of dumb, and it is, this is the kind of deck that can, maybe not this turn, but next turn, spit out a Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, and that card is actually legitimately very scary for us. Because that's one of those cards, like once it hits the board, there's very little that I can do. I'm going to summon Timaeus. Timaeus in itself, again, it's like, it's 2800 attack. It's nothing, it's not like a weak monster there. 2800 is a lot. Even though the only thing he's got right now is a Magical Circle and a Timaeus, it's kind of a lot of attack. Again, 2800 is not zero. Okay, we've got King of the Swamps, DD Crow. We'll go with Branded Regain first. I think that's just smart to put into play. That's just going to be useful. We've got that. The bird isn't helping. I wish I had some way to discard stuff. What are my fusions looking like? Branded Regain, Phantom Knight. Emerald Bird's not doing anything right now. The fusion. What is this again? 2 Lunite monsters. I have 1 Lunalite monster. I don't want to waste anything right now, but I kind of might have to. I think we go King of the Swamps first. We want to put stuff into play. We want to just like circulate our deck a little, get poly out of it. And I don't think I don't have a fusion that I can go into. That would be really awesome right now. If I could fuse these two, that would be like great. I could probably win this one. But right now I have 2 normal summons and nothing else. So I think we just set this. And I think we just pass. I think that's pretty much what we've got to do here. We have 2. Yeah, we just set that and pass. Unfortunately, I couldn't really get to anything. They're gonna draw. They actually, did they shuffle their deck? No, they didn't shuffle their deck. They rearranged the order of their deck. They did not shuffle it. But they should have that Ritual Monster unless they put it away. But the Ritual Monster will probably get Souls. Souls will get Dark Magician to the graveyard, DD Crow on the Dark Magician, and then we don't have to worry about that anymore. Yep, they're going to activate this. We'll let that go through. The Illusion of Chaos. Again, we want them to get 2 souls. That's what we want them to get to. Yep, perfect. Perfect. They've added souls. They're going to put something back. I don't get to know what, but it could be the ritual. It could be something else. Yep, so they're going to put something back. Now they're going to activate souls any second now. Never mind, they're going to activate Red Eyes Fusion, and this game is effectively over. I told you this, like, as dumb as his deck seemed, it takes 1 Red Eyes Fusion and we lose the whole duel. I said it word for word. If this was any other card, it wouldn't have mattered. And now we effectively lose this. I do have an out. It's Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, but the duel is pretty much over now. Because he could destroy this, attack for 58, destroy this, do an additional 8. He's going to activate this to send Dark Magician. That doesn't do any... I don't know why he's doing this, because he can't special summon for the rest of the turn. I mean... Yeah, I don't know why he's doing that now. He can't special summon for the rest of the turn. Yeah, that gets sent. He can't special summon. Now he has no negate, by the way, with the Dragoon. Sometimes these people give you hope because they just do things that are so dumb. Like, that was just dumb. He can still destroy things because of this. And he has 3 normal monsters in here. Actually, I should have... you know what? I'm going to DD Crow right now. And I'm going to target... Just because he has nothing going on in there already, I'm going to target one of the Dark Magicians. Just to banish it real quick. He can't negate anything right now. I might as well. That way I get a draw off of my Branded Regain. And I could potentially win this. That's really our only hope. Is that we get a decent draw off the Branded Regained. And right now he's got no negates because he got rid of everything. We'll draw Phantom Knights. Torn Scales. Okay. I'll take a Torn Scales. Then we have this in Graveyard. So we can get to a Link 2. He's going to banish the draw. A little late, but he's going to banish the draw. He should have done that earlier. He would have had a negate. He's going to activate Circle. He's going to gamble away his negate to potentially add a card. But we know who we're dealing with here, so... He's going to rearrange the order. Okay. He gambled a guaranteed negate to do that. What in the world is he doing? Target one red eye, shuffle it into the deck, add this card to your hand. Yeah, he's going to get his guaranteed negate back again. And he's going to go to battle phase. Okay, so now we take the 58. 58 real quick. Yep, 14 left. Okay, he's going to go to end phase. Let's see what we can do here. How do I out Dragoon? That's not terrible. How do I out a Dragoon? How do I out a Dragoon? We'll activate the Phantom Knight's Cloak, which is we'll start with that. Yeah, we'll start with that. How do I out a Dragoon? Crusade Avermax outs Dragoon for sure. That outs Dragoon, but I gotta play through a negate. I guess we go with this. It's a free special summon. Guess we'll go with that. We'll activate the Branded Regain. We'll try to draw something else. Yep. Shuffle that back. Try to draw. Shuffle back, draw. That's pretty good. You gotta get to a dinosaur, though. That's pretty good. We'll start with this Phantom Knight. We gotta hope he doesn't negate it. Actually, we'll special summon this first. We'll special summon this before anything gets negated or any negating conversations. We'll activate this. Discard this because we can bring it back with the Perfume Bottle. Okay, so we'll get to send one to the graveyard. We already used this. It's a hard once per turn. Yes, yes. This we already have in circulation. There's no point. I guess we go with this one. Banish target when in your graveyard. Special summon it. We can also do this in your graveyard. Banish it when it leaves the field. I guess we can go either one of these. They have the same effect. This you can banish this card. Yep, the Phantom Knight's monster. Or we can go with this. Special summon one. This one lets you send one, but I don't really need to get the extra like send into the graveyard. I think we'll go with this one. This is fine. Let's go with this. And then, why not? We'll go with the Perfume Bottle. Summon this back. He's going to negate the Perfume Bottle. This is the card he decides to negate. Of all the cards, I don't know why this. But I think that actually effectively ends it for him. That actually helps us. So that gets to 1,000,000 attack, but that doesn't matter now. We'll activate the Perfume Bottle. Activate it to discard a card. Discard Polymerization, because this can come up later. This will allow us to add back. To add Lunalight Tiger, not back, but just in general. Add Lunalight Tiger. I think I'm missing one. Oh no, I'm not missing one monster. I think Lunalight Tiger here, yep. Lunalight Tiger. Okay, so I think we've got some plays here. I think we start off, use these two, go into this. Because he's got no interruptions left, right? I'll have to do just attack over this, yeah. I can also steal this. I just realized I can also steal this with Borreload. Is this permanent, by the way? At the start of the damage step, if this card attacks, you can place that opponent's monster in a zone this card points to, but send it end phase of the next turn. I have to send the Red Eyes to the graveyard, or I could just Crusade Avermax, summon a monster that's just like a million attack and very difficult to get over. I could also do that. Yeah, I could also do that. But I think having a Dragoon's pretty decent. Especially with a negate. Yeah, I think that's probably better. So I think we'll go ahead and start with this Wee Witch. Summon this out. Using these two guys. We could also search additional negates. So we'll go Wee Witch Apprentice. Banish this card, target one Phantom Knight. This isn't like a, yeah, this isn't an activate effect I can activate at any time. I don't know why it made me do it right then and there. Activate. Do special summon back. Summon, activate. Target this. Special summon the Emerald Bird. No effect. Activate this. Actually, we could do this for free anyway. I just realized. So if we banish this, we can just special summon the other one for free. So I guess we'll activate the Boots. No need for that yet. Add this to hand. And we can trigger the other one. Yeah, I guess we just special summon him for free now. Why not? Summon him back out for free. I think from here, like I said, I think we can go Borreload. Let me just make sure that at the start of damage step, if this card attacks, place that monster. It doesn't target, takes it. Okay. I think we just go with that. We go this, 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 and this. Summon the Borreload. Like I said, Crusade Avermax seemed decent, but I think this is probably better. We just go to battle phase. Attack this. Which effect? No, not this effect. At the start, yep, we're going to go with this effect. Activate. No, we don't want to chain anything. We'll take the Dragoon. This loses its attack. We'll attack with this. Activate the Borreload. Make this lose 500 attack for free. Attack over his monster. Main phase 2. We'll set the Fog Blade. And we will pass. That's pretty decent. That's pretty decent. And we can discard the Evolution Pill to negate something. So whatever he's got, we can just negate guaranteed. I think this is probably better than Crusade Avermax, because then we get to keep a negate, use it for 2 turns. We have a lot of recursion. We have the Borreload, which is awesome, because we can steal something next turn, including another Dragoon. This for a second there looked kind of unwinnable, but I mean, I guess when you're playing against just one single Dragoon, things can actually work out. It's only when it's like Dragoon plus like hand traps, follow-up, it can be a little bit unattainable. But because this deck is so... what's the word? The deck that we're playing right now is just so explosive that we can just go into... We can make 4 monsters. We threaded the needle there. We barely made 4 monsters. We made 4 monsters through a negate, but we still made 4 monsters. Technically, we could have gotten to 5. If he hadn't negated the Lunalite bottle, but I mean, close enough. Close enough. We got lucky there, but I think this duel is pretty much settled. I mean, like, what could he possibly? Even if it's a kaiju, we still have a negate. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. This effect applies. That gets sent to graveyard. No need to do this. Let's see. What else do we want to draw here? Lunalite. Okay. This card's enormous target a Lunalite monster in graveyard. Special summon it. Okay, maybe I'll do that. So we'll summon this, activate this effect, bring something back for free. Yep. No need to do that. Summon this back for free. No effect, because I don't have an effect that I can use. What else does this do? Okay, this can return spell trap cards on the field equal to the amount of Lunalites I have. Damn it. That would have been actually smart to do. But I don't think there's a way that I could have done that differently. Actually, I could have activated the Lunalight Tiger, special summon it back. But then, yeah, like I just have 2 little Lunalights in circulation where that would have mattered. That's actually not bad because you can return this back to hand and then reuse it again and again and again. But again, I don't think I have anything that would have mattered anyway. Okay, how much life points? It was 63. Can we get to? Yeah, I think that's 63 plus 12. I mean, that's game. Okay, so I think we should go with the Nightmare Phoenix. We should go with these 2. Some of them here. I don't think Nightmare Phoenix I need to pop anything. I think it's fine. We'll just leave it. No need for that effect. We'll activate this. Special summon back this bird. Nope. In attack mode. I think we should go to game here. 61. Just close enough, but not quite there. Damn, is there a bigger monster we can make? I don't think so. I don't think there's a bigger monster we can make. I think we should go to battle phase. Damn it. Which is so close, but not quite there. Nothing really to do there. We just attack. Attack again. Yeah, and then he scoops. Okay, we didn't even have a game on board there. I guess we could have, you know what we could have done? We could have saved Wee Witch for later, and we would have won right there. That's what we probably should have done. We should have saved Wee Witch. But at the same time, Wee Witch seemed like the least important when I was making it. Nightmare Phoenix is obviously quite good to save against Dark Magician. He honestly could have probably come back there. If he draws another Red Eyes Fusion, we probably lose. Okay, this is what our opponent was playing. They were playing a very interesting deck. There's everything in here. Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Dark Magician, Classic, Anime Hero deck. This is a one-of. This was a one-of. The anime players, they're like on another level. There's not one hand trap in here. The best card in his entire deck was Red Eyes Fusion, and he drew it. It's a one-of. Okay, let's open up another Master Pack. It's going to be cool. This one's a UR. Awesome. Awesome. That was a great win. We beat a Dragoon, which is not an easy card to beat, particularly ever in this challenge. It's kind of always difficult. Older Entity, Life Extreme, Springans, Rocky, another Springans. I'll take that. Aqua Mirror and a Morphage Gluttony. And UR is Constellar Teller Knights. Okay, that's pretty good. Special summon a Constellar from hand or graveyard. Okay. This isn't bad. The cool thing is, too, we have a Constellar deck. We have a Constellar deck. This is Monster Reborn, 4 Constellars. The second effect switches things out. This is just a really good card. Yeah, we have a Constellar deck, and that's a really, really good card for it. Okay, this is our Constellar deck. We haven't touched it in a really, really long time. Like a really, really long time, but I guess we'll add this to it. It's kind of like a pure light deck. We haven't, like I said, we haven't run this in a very, very long time. But we can definitely probably get away with playing this again. Because this is more like light-based than... It's basically... this is basically like a Constellar Photon deck. We've probably pulled more Constellar cards since then. So I probably have to look through some of these. Because we have been pulling a lot of these. Some of them are actually pretty decent. So we have multiple copies of some of these things that we probably need multiple copies of. Which is kind of cool. But this card is actually... It is like... Monster Reborn for this archetype, or Monster Reborn, or from the hand. So it doesn't target, which is kind of cool, which means it doesn't like lock you into anything. So you can activate and your opponent like call by something, and you can have something else in your hand, which is kind of nice. And then also special summon a different rank, which is kind of nice. And now that I think about that, that second effect might be even crazier. Is that ignoring summoning conditions, or what does that say? This is treated as an Exceed summon. Wow. Okay, so that actually gives us a lot of versatility. So if we make one of the rank 4s, so let's say we have like this, right? We make this 2 Constellar monsters, or we may even make one of the 2 light monsters. But let's say we make this, right? We make this 2 light monsters. We can actually switch into the Pallades, which is kind of nice. We can make Pallades out of nowhere because we can just tag it out. Kind of nice because you can make Pallades in other ways by increasing your level, but now you can make a Pallade like that. You can also make this one or this one right here, and then also Satellar Knights. Do we have any Satellar Knight Exceeds? No, we don't. There are some good ones of the Satellar Knights, but we don't have any of them. But if we could make a Satellar Knight Exceed, if we wanted to, we could, which is kind of nice to know. This card is very, very interesting, very versatile. Okay, our opponent let us go first. I'm going to see what kind of interruptions we can set up here. I think we start with probably Branded Regain no matter what. It's just too good not to do. And then we have a Lunalight. We can add a Polymerization, but we don't have enough Luna Lights. We could go for a Link 2, I guess. I mean, I don't know what that really helps. I mean, yeah, we activate this out of polymerization. It seems like we're usually short on Lunalights. Generally. And we'll activate this scale. Activate this. Summon this back. See, like, we can summon this. Send the Phantom Knight card. Yeah, I guess we do that. Summon that. I guess we'll go with the Wee Witch for now, just because she floats. She'll give us additional effects, I guess. This will let me send this to get an additional card, get an additional draw. I'll do this, and probably Boots. Yeah, we do Boots. That way I can get to a Fog Blade and I have an interruption. We do Boots. Yep, we'll do Regained. Put this back. Draw a card. King of the Swamps. Another copy of pretty much the same thing. I guess next turn we could if we want to. Polymerization we can. I guess we'll add Phantom Knight's Fog Blade. I mean, it's a little underwhelming, but it's not the worst. It's a little bit not quite there, but we do have some follow-up, which is nice. We have a... Do we even have a Lunalight monster? No, I don't think we do. Yeah, because this requires 2 Lunalight monsters, which means we can't do anything with this. The whole point of this King of the Swamps is to use it to summon Kid Kalos. Not Kid Kalos, to summon this. They're playing Dark Magician. Okay, that's fine. They're going to activate this. I'm going to save it for Eternal Soul. I'm going to save it for Eternal Soul. Whenever he flips that, then I'll do that. Until then, I'll just... It's going to summon Rod. I actually am going to go ahead and Fogblade Rod. Rod is really the only thing worth negating in this entire deck. From like on the field standpoint. In terms of monsters on the field. So if you have an Imperm, this is really the only thing. I mean, I guess you could use it on Souls on field effect. But there's really not like a ton of things you can... There's not a lot of cards that are good to use in this deck. Now, his monster can't be attacked. So we have to keep that in mind. But he should have just linked it away, honestly. But he's not going to. He's probably just going to go end phase here. And he's going to go to battle phase. He can't attack anyway. He can't attack nor be attacked. So that was for nothing. And then we just go to end phase. Yep, sure. Goes to the end phase. Perfect. So now it's back to our turn. Lost Wind is another floating card, which is nice. Lost Wind is cool. I guess we start with this. We might as well bring a monster back. Yeah, we might as well. Have nothing to lose there. This is like endless recursion. It's every single turn. Just depends on what he's got. Yep, so we summon this back. This Wee Witch is giving us a little boost, which is nice. I guess we just summon the King of the Swamps. I don't think I'm going to be using polymerization for anything anyway. I just don't think it's going to be happening. I think we just go with... This is destroy one special summon monster in the main monster zone. So how the hell do I out this Magician's Rod here? I really don't even know. Nightmare Phoenix. I guess Nightmare Phoenix is the answer. We just target one spawn trap card your opponent controls. So never mind, that doesn't out it either. How do I out this target one face-up card on the field? Do I want to? I guess I can banish, draw a card. I guess we can do that. But I really want to save this for something else. I guess we will save it, but for now we're gonna make Nightmare Phoenix with these two. We're gonna make Nightmare Phoenix for now. We're gonna play it a little patiently because I really want to save this card right here. I want to save the Paleozoic Dinomachus. Discard polymerization. I don't see myself using it. I'll destroy this random back row. Just because this guy seems to be playing some sort of a very goofy deck. Utopian Draco Aura. That is extremely random. Yep. So he's going to destroy that. I could banish this, but again, I'm saving it for the Eternal Soul. So I think I'll just set and pass. I think I'll just leave it at that. What is cool is that, like, we didn't really commit too much. Next turn, we have Lunalight Tiger all over again anyway. Like I said, Lunalight Tiger is really good because it's basically a monster reborn every single turn, which is really nice. And a Pot of Duality. Well, that means he's not special summoning this turn, which means that Lost Wind is dead. But I guess we get to see what he's got. He's playing some sort of a Dark Magician stun deck. Like, I don't know, it's so many counter traps and random cards. You gotta add Apprentice Illusion after Pot of Duality, which is, yeah, I don't know why you would do that. It's gonna crack down. I'm actually fine with that. He can't attack with either of these monsters, so it is what it is. He can go into a Link 3 if he wants to, but yep, he's gonna, never mind, he's gonna Tribute. Oof. He's gonna add a Dark Magician, Eternal Soul. I unfortunately don't have a discard. I was dumb. I didn't leave a discard, but it's fine because I have Lost Wind. It's fine. So we're gonna take some damage here because I'm gonna draw for turn anyway. Oh yeah, he's only gonna attack with that one. We'll draw DD Crow. DD Crow is cool because if we like if we banish Dark Magician, we get to draw off of it too next turn. So I guess we'll start with the Lunalight Tiger. We'll bring the free monster back like we can every single turn. It's actually kind of crazy. And we'll summon that back for free. And that'll put up a little defense for us for later. Just going to use this. Perfect. In response, we're going to go ahead and use the Paleozoic to target the Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul actually does activate even when it's banished. And yep, so next we will banish that card. We will be getting rid of the DD Crow in our hand. So we'll discard, and that'll get banished. I actually could have waited to let him summon the Dark Magician, but it's fine. And now I think we just pass on this. At least we finally got rid of that damn Dark Magician. End phase. The monster gets destroyed. We couldn't figure out what to do with it. Yeah, I should have let him summon the monster first. But if I let him summon the monster, he would have gotten to banish something off of the Eternal Soul. So that wouldn't have been good. So now we're in kind of a standstill game. We just got to draw some stuff out, and then we can play Ash Blossom. It doesn't really help us with anything. I guess we just leave the Ash Blossom. We'll summon a monster back. This time in attack mode. I don't have to worry about leaving it in attack mode because it's so, and never mind, it can't attack. We can make a Link here, but I don't think it's actually worth it. We can make a Synchro 5, but we don't have any. So this just gets destroyed at the end phase. Until we can get a monster that's not an Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is just too good to keep. It really hits a lot, so I'd rather keep it. I'm going to banish 1. Banish 2. What in the world are we making here? Banish 3. To summon this dude. Okay, this card's pretty good, actually. We're going to definitely activate Branded Regained for sure on this rod. And then also we are definitely going to be using, yeah, we're definitely going to be using Lost Wind to negate him because that is actually a really strong effect. Yeah, this guy's actually really good. And then, yeah, why not? We'll go ahead and grab this back from graveyard to protect our life points here. So we have a monster in circulation. So we'll summon this back out. His monster will go to half permanently. We'll get the draw card. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. So that gets cut in half. We have something to protect our life points. Yep, he's going to run over. Sure. Why not? No point to do this yet. So we lose him forever. This guy actually is really, really good. Would I play him in my other decks? I mean, I guess. I mean, it's just a monster spawn trap. No need to do this now. The Bestial Baldrake. Lightning Storm. This is why Lightning Storm for us is kind of a bad card late in game, because it's just late in game is not really that great. Okay, so I think from here we can activate Bestial Baldrake. We will banish. Funny enough, I actually think it's better to banish our own monster and then shuffle it back and then reuse it. I think it's actually then I can go into Wee Witch later, so I can banish that, summon the Bestial. And then we can activate this to shuffle it back. And if I want, I can use the Wee Witch whenever I want to later. Whereas if I shuffled his monster back, it's like, why am I helping him? So, yep. We're going to shuffle back, draw. That's a pretty good draw. I'll take it. So, we'll activate Reinforcements. We'll get the Phantom Knight monster that sends. Yep. Grab Torn Scales. Summon Torn Scales. Activate it. Not using Lightning Storm anymore because too many face-up cards. He's going to Imperm. Okay. Well, that's fine. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Worse things have happened to us. I think we can activate Luna Light Tiger, the endless resource. Summon the sheep back. Special summon out probably the Wee Witch Apprentice. Because I can summon this to destroy this. I don't think that really is Geonator. I can steal this, but I already cut it in half, so no point. We'll just go with these two. Summon this out. We don't really have many interruptions here, but we do have some stuff. We can summon back a monster from graveyard, and then we can get to a Crusadia Avermax here. We can get to that, and that is pretty tough to out for Dark Magician because it's non-targeting destruction. But I'll do that in... No, I don't have to do that in main phase 1. I can do that now. Yeah, I can do that now. So I'll target... Yeah, I'll do this now. Yep, summon the Phantom Knight dude. Torn Scales, he's a little stronger because Wee Witch is on the field. And yeah, I think we just go to battle here. So we'll attack over everything they've got. That gets destroyed. Attack directly. Attack again. Now this lets me tribute. If he summons from the extra deck, I can tribute and then target that monster and banish it. I can do that. Or I can just... Now, I think Crusadia Avermax is probably the best play, because Crusadia Avermax kind of just like finishes everything. It is very difficult for this deck to out a Crusadia Avermax, so I think it really is better just because I do have one interruption, like he summons from the extra deck, but I don't think that's actually... I think Crusadia Avermax is just better. I think I just make this Nightmare Cerberus because I have 2 of them, and now I just go for Crusadia Avermax. I think this is actually the better play. Like, the other play wasn't bad, and I just, like, sit on a Wee Witch and some other stuff like that wasn't bad, but I think Crusadia Avermax Ash is probably better. Because his number one way of outing things is Dark Magical Circle. He has things like Dragoon, but the cool thing about Avermax is Avermax actually outs Dragoon. Because the first effect activates, if they negate it, the second effect shuffles Dragoon away. So no matter what, this guy just kind of beats Dragoon. So, and for that reason, it's not bad. And he's going to scoop, yeah, yep. And then we win, yeah. Solid win. Alright, this is what our opponent was playing. Just basically Blue Eyes with a couple of like random things like Skill Drain and this and Crackdown and Utopian Aura. And this guy who I've never really seen, and I don't think we've ever pulled, but he's actually not that bad of a boss monster. He's 31. He banishes a monster, 2 spell trap cards from your opponent's field or graveyard. He's a very good like going second card. This is one of those like generic cards that they print that would have been good in 2008, but in modern Yu-Gi-Oh is just like when the intention is to go first and build a board, this guy just kind of doesn't matter. But he is a very cool card if he had just been released 15 years ago. But it's just in modern, like, what are you going to do with him against Snake Eye? Like, against Snake Eye going second, okay, you can maybe summon him, but like going first, you can't. Like, what are you going to do with this guy? Okay, let's open up a master pack, see what we get. Hopefully it's something cool so that I can immediately apply into my deck. 2 episodes from now, there's going to be something special going on. Won't say what, not quite yet. TG all clear, Orthos, Performer Pal, Odd Eye Steer, another one of these. We're still missing Driver. It's actually crazy enough that's the card we're missing, because we have a few. We have Gamma. We have the one that negates spells. We have, I think, the field spell. The only thing we're missing, we actually even have Lambda. We have Zeta. We have everything that you would need for the deck except we're missing Driver. We literally are just missing Driver, which is like a common that is the brick. Okay, we won the coin flip. Again, I'm kind of like on the fence between going first or second. I'm not really sure what is really more advantageous here. My man's playing Primite, probably with Blue Eyes. His hand is absolutely not good enough to beat it. We have 1 Ash Blossom. I guess I'll I can ash this to stop him from getting into the... I mean, the thing is, he could just... If he goes full combo here, I think we're just cooked. Yeah, and he has call by. I mean, this is... I don't know what he's playing, because he could be playing like pure Primites on some weird shit, but if he's playing Primite Blue Eyes, I'm just going to go ahead and get out of here. Because this is full combo. This is at least a Heratic plus more. This is a Heratic plus a Drill Beam, just off the one guy. And he's gonna... Okay, it's over. I can't break this board. 0% chance. I just can't break that board. I cannot break that board. I can't... It's tough to break that board with our regular deck. With that, it's even worse. Okay, so our opponent's playing Sharks, most likely, because they activate a Water Surface. Aqua Jet Surface, which is a pretty decent card. Yeah, it's special summons from hand or graveyard, and then they're going to summon Centurion Chimera, the new card. Which is, I guess, a level 4. And okay, it's a bot. I was like, what's going on here? Something's not right here. Now I realize what's going on here. Our opponent is got a very interesting strategy here. But okay, we're gonna go with Foolish Burial Goods first. We need to get a Lunalite into circulation. We can send... We'll send one of the tier limit thing. We'll go a little risk. Send a tier limit card. Add the Kashtira. I'm going to activate the Lunalite Tiger because I want to keep that around. That's really good. So we'll keep that around. And then we'll activate Branded Regain because I want to keep that around. These two cards I care about keeping around. Everything else, whether it gets milled, this is where we see what happens next, right? We want to mill things. We want to banish things. This is where we just start playing. And then we activate this, send 3 cards off the top of our deck. See what we get here. We got a Phantom Knight card. Not good enough. I guess we'll activate this effect. Hits itself. Summons itself. Okay, well that sucks. Guess we have to summon this. We didn't really get to clip anything we wanted to. We didn't hit any Lunalites. A little unfortunate, but I guess we should go to battle. Look, we're lucky we're playing against a bad player. Or I guess a bot. Otherwise this could have been bad. Because we didn't get to do any of the stuff that we wanted to. I guess we just set this. Just because that's not too bad. And then we just end phase. Of all the cards that we hit in our hand, we did not hit the Perform Pal perfume bottle. Like, couldn't get rid of it. I guess I could have gotten rid of it by setting everything else and then trying to lower the odds. But, I mean, still, Tsushinoko got hit anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Tsushinoko got hit out of 4 cards. It would have gotten hit out of 2. Okay, they're going to end phase because obviously it's a bot. There's nothing going on. But I guess it gives us an opportunity to really test the strategy. Fairy Tale Snow. Yeah, again, it's not bad. It's just nothing to... It's just not really, the synergy's not going on right now. There's a lot going on here. I guess we just attack. Yeah, we just attack for now. And do some easy damage. We have a lot in our we have a lot of setup here. I guess the trouble with building some of these 60 card decks is that 60 card decks are really good when you have like triple tactics thrust and triple tactics thrust and the left arm offering, stuff like that. The decks are quite good, but we don't really have a way to search this card, and it's a one of in a 60 card deck. And honestly, a lot of the time, every time we draw this, something absolutely like traumatic happens. Like we activate it and they have Macrocosmos. Or we activate it and they just ash us. Like, something always stupid happens. Newbie. We pulled this last episode. And then there's Wannabe, which we did not pull last episode. But Newbie's a cool card. And the bot's attacking us, ending the game. Unless there's something I don't know. Nope, there it is. We just won another one. Courtesy of the bot. Okay, so we're going to open up a Master Pack. Cool. We'll see what we can get. This is becoming a little weird. We don't, eventually we're gonna pull something crazy. Rose, I think we have 3 of this already. Speedroid, Super Heavy Samurai, Blessed Winds, Gishki, Scrap Recyclers, cool, and Trickstar, Foxglove. This card summon inflicts 200 for each card they control. I guess that can end games. 2 fairy monsters. I guess we could throw this in our fairy deck, the one that we've got, and yeah, I think we could just, we'll throw this in the fairy deck. I don't think that's too bad of an idea. We throw this in the fairy deck. And the rest is like whatever, but yeah, it can end games for every card. If this card destroys a battle, a card affects person 1, Trickster from your extra deck, inflict damage for every card they control. So yeah, in the fairy deck, this can be a game ender. You summon it, inflict damage. If it's destroyed, you inflict more damage. It can end games. It's not bad. It's not bad in the fairy deck. Okay, we are going first this time around. We have Oviraptor and some other stuff, but Oviraptor, I'm not gonna lie, this polymerization is really like killing us. Like, it really is. How do we draw out of a 60 card deck with the Black Sheep? Because if we didn't, that would have been really good. But okay, so we're gonna summon this, activate its effect. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. This hand is just not really playable. There's nothing, yeah, and this gets ashed. This hand is literally 1 DD Crow. That's it. I gotta hope this DD Crow is good enough. I gotta hope it's good enough. Because there's nothing else for me to do. This is like a really unlucky situation. Like, of all of the cards to draw, it's this. Not Grass Looks Greener, it's Polymerization. And then the card that searches it. Because then we could maybe do something, and I think this guy's just going to be playing full-powered. Full-powered Primite. Blue Eyes, most likely. I do have an interruption, but I mean, I have a Soul-Eating Oviraptor, and my follow-up is Polymerization. The Black Sheep, which gets Polymerization. The Overtext, which I can't summon unless I have 5 dinosaur monsters in the graveyard, and I'm going to have 1. And DD Crow. I mean, that's it. That's all I'm going to have. The only thing I have is DD Crow for the Maiden. This guy's making weird plays. He tributes to summon a normal monster. Alright. I mean, to send a normal monster. He's going to send... so he's not even playing what I think he's playing. It's a Phantasm Spiral Dragon. So he might be just playing Phantasm Spirals. In which case... I don't know how much of a chance I have here. Because that deck's hard to play against too. Honestly, once everything's set up. Phantasm Spirals is a tough deck to play against. But we do have a DD Crow, I guess. Which isn't bad. I'll see what I can do. I guess I stay now. I was going to activate this effect to summon a... I mean, I could. DD Crow's never going to come up later. So I might as well do it now on the off chance that he only plays 1 copy of this. It will literally never come up later, so I gotta hope that this just hits him. If it doesn't, he maybe has one in the deck. We'll see. But again, on the off chance that he doesn't play a 2nd copy, then this might actually hurt him. Because then this keeps him from getting to a normal monster, which means he can't use the trap card. So I'll banish this, and hopefully he's only playing 1, but if he's playing multiple, then I'm screwed. He shouldn't be playing multiple. But he is. But he is. Again, he should not be playing multiple copies of that. He's going to summon it in defense because that's what the card says, and then he'll equip that to it. I really hope we don't lose to this because this is some bullshit. Yeah, I really, really hope we don't lose to this. We really should not be losing to this. Branded Regained. Does nothing. I guess we can summon this. I mean, here's the issue. I can't even Rivalry. Yeah, I can't even. It's over. I can't even do anything about this. Damn, man, this sucks. I can't do anything about this. He's going to activate Rivalry. I can't. Guess we'll keep Dinosaur on the field, but, like, I can't do anything about this. This does nothing. Polymerization does nothing. Overtext does nothing. Nothing else in our hand does anything whatsoever. Nothing in our extra deck does anything for us whatsoever. This is not a duel we should be losing. But I don't think any of these cards are really usable for us. At least in this matchup. Yeah, I think we just dip out. I don't have anything to really... I don't have anything to really out any of this. And the next turn, he's just going to get all of the Primite stuff back. He's going to get the Ether Barrel back to hand. Then he can just do that all over again. Plus, he had a Drill Beam he didn't even go into yet. Or didn't use yet. So it was not going to work out. Okay, we lost the coin flip. Our opponent chose to go first. Our hand's not too bad. We have droplets, regained. I don't know. The deck, I think, needs to be rethought a little bit because it's like there's 3 or 4 big engines. It's our Phantom Knights, it's the Lunalights, it's the Phantom Knights, it's the Lunalights, which inherently Phantom Knight Lunalight isn't bad. And then there's like the dinosaur engine. So it's Phantom Knight, Lunalight, dinosaurs. Those are like the big 3 in this deck. And there are other cards, but like Overtext, the only way it's good is if you send it off of like Oviraptor or if grass looks greener. But unless you draw them, you can't, like, I mean, unless you draw those 2 cards, you can't really send that to the graveyard. So we end up opening it and it's just kind of like a dead card in hand. Or I guess you can send it to the graveyard off of the Paleozoic Dinomicious. You can send it from hand for cost, but then you have to open that. So there's maybe 4 cards that allow you to do that. I don't know. It's a little bit... There's not quite enough of this stuff in there in this deck. So we'll activate Branded Regain first. Yeah, we'll activate this first. And then we will activate the Black Sheep to send that to graveyard to get Polymerization. And we actually have access to the Fusion this time around, which is nice. Because then I can Fusion Summon. Never mind. That is so random. Dominus Purge. What am I going to do? Yeah, I was going to fuse. I guess never mind. I'm not going to fuse. And then randomly, this guy gains 500 against a non-normal monster. Which actually does hurt. So we're going to normal summon this. Activate to get something. No, we don't want to do this. We'll summon this out. This target spell trap cards, return them to hand. Damn, I have no, again, I never have the cards that benefit from that comp. That's a normal summon monster, can't pop it. This doesn't do enough. This is 2000 attack. Randomly, I just can't out this Leotard all of a sudden. I can summon this, Wee Witch, and then it'll get me a monster back to hand. I guess I could do that. Can't believe I'm struggling like this. There's just nothing. There's nothing for me to like even get here. I don't even know what the appropriate thing for me to do. I have no way to really banish anything right now, so this is not gonna work. Yeah, crazy enough, I think Wee Witch is probably... Actually, no, I won't go Wee Witch, because that might be something useful later. I think we'll just go with this. Well, we'll go with this. And we could just Paleozoic if we need to. Go with this, activate this effect. Discard the Kashtira. Pop this. Okay, so that is never going to be useful. And then we just set some stuff and pass. And if we need to, we really need to, we're Forbidden Droplets. I can't believe one Leotard is like this difficult for us to out in this particular case. Okay, he's going to summon Photon Jumper. All things considered, this bot actually like kind of opened insane. They have a Dominus Purge, which stops the effects of dark, water, and fire, but this is an earth. So if he opened the other one, this would have been negated. I wouldn't have had to worry. He opened Sky Striker, Mobilizing Gauge, and Purge. And now he's... You know, is this even a bot? Photon Starliege Dragon. Okay, so he's going to summon this. That's fine. He can Starliege guy, sure. He can Exceed to summon that. And he's going to go to battle phase. I mean, this bot just kind of gave it away here, but I mean, I think it's kind of crazy that, or if they attack us, that they'll be giving it away. We'll be throwing away the game. Yep, I'll take it. Yeah, sure, I'll take the... I don't know, these bot games kind of suck, but it does give us an opportunity to kind of see and test the decks a little deeper. Okay, Phantom Knight, Torn Scales. I can't use that right now, so I guess I'll just summon it and try to do as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, that just doesn't really work with what we have. We don't have a discard right now, and I have to kind of keep stuff. Again, Branded Regain is a phenomenal card, but unless you have like 6 Bystials in your deck, like it really, there's no chance that, like there's no guarantee, I'm sorry, there is a chance, but there's no guarantee that you'll actually ever be able to resolve it. Because like for this deck to resolve those effects, like how many cards do we have that banish? The Phantom Knights banish, and then, yeah, we have the Phantom Knights banish. I guess some of the Lunalights banish themselves when they leave the field. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, I guess if we summon it off of Double Evolution. Like there's some stuff that banishes, but you have to kind of get rolling, and then it becomes useful. He's going to go straight to the battle phase. Okay, I want to keep my monster on board, so I'm going to go ahead and Paleozoic and just book this face down. That way if I activate another trap card, I can get some more value later. Okay, we're going to draw another Branded Regained, but that doesn't matter because we can just activate this to discard. And now we can finally get to some of these Phantom Knight cards. So we'll send this, activate this. Like Branded Regain's really good once you get all of this stuff into circulation, but you really need to. We'll add the boots to hand. And then this will activate to shuffle back. Draw, there's the poly. But we definitely do not want to see some of that. These guys are weak as hell. I guess we could summon Bamboozling Gossip Shadow. That's fine. I think we just go for the Phantom Knight monster. Yeah, I think we just go for the Phantom Knight monster. I guess we can destroy, activate, special summon back. Get a Fog Blade in circulation, but I don't think that it's really too necessary. Yeah, I don't think it's too necessary. We'll just attack over these guys. Attack over this, attack directly, and I think we just pass. I don't think it's too necessary to even destroy, search Fog Blade. Yeah, searching Fog Blade wouldn't have done much. I guess we could have brought that back afterwards. They could have destroyed Fog Blade, banished this, special this back, and then gone into like maybe a Link 4. DD Warrior Lady. Damn, DD Warrior Lady is really, really random. I don't even know if there's really a point to Forbidden Droplets DD Warrior Lady, because this activates after damage calculation, so probably when it gets destroyed by battle already. So right here. Yeah, this is after damage calculation, so I can't do anything about it. This dude got banished, but next turn we get to, and since that happened after damage calculation, you can't use Branded Regained. It says right here, except during the damage step. So you can't use it during the damage step. Bystial Magnemite is really cool. We get a little late to the party, but cool. We're just going to activate the Bystial Magnemite, banish Birdman. Yep, so activate this, activate both effects to draw. Like, see, once this deck gets going, like, you make a lot of cool plays, you get to do a lot of cool stuff. It's just like you need to get going, and then it's like, wow, this is really impressive. But until you get all this stuff going, it's tough. So here we can immediately use Grief. Like, look at all the stuff you can actually do with this deck. But you just have to open well enough. We summon this, send it to graveyard. Yep, summon it, send it itself. When it gets sent, you get the trigger in graveyard. Mill 2 cards. Like this, look, like it's actually kind of impressive. You send this to graveyard. Activate this effect. Trigger the other one. Well, we're going to add this, but we're going to trigger the other one since this one got banished. Like, you can do so much once you actually like get rolling. Summon this, activate this. The question is, do we banish this? Do we keep it? We can do either, it doesn't matter. We'll send this, activate this. And we did use this prematurely to shuffle back his card, but we could have like kept it around a little while longer. Summon Boots. Even though we use the effect of Boots, we could just use this to special summon out. I don't know how many summons we have, but let's say we want to play against Nibiru. We just summon this. So like there's definitely a lot of potential here. Like this is actually like kind of impressive, but the problem is that sometimes we're on turn 1, we just get like ghost ogred, and then we're just like kind of cooked. Yeah, see, like this card is really good. Like we're basically Nibiru proofed here too. But like sometimes they just activate like they activate Ash on the first card you activate on like your Torn Scales, and then none of this happens, and then you play against like a real full combo deck. All right, let's open up a master pack and see what we can get here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. This one's glowing. We have been getting some glows here and there, and hollows are always nice. Fortune Fairy, Alien, Hypno, Evil Eye, Empowered, Jurak. This is a copy of Odd Eyes Raging Dragon, which I don't know if we can really summon this or do anything with this. Yeah, this is 2 level 7 dragons. I don't think this is if you have no other card in your Pendulum Zone, you can place one Pendulum monster from your deck to that zone, any monster. I guess that's pretty decent. Detach, destroy as many. Like, these effects aren't bad, but it's 2 level 7 dragons. I think we have something similar to this, and we also aren't able to. Okay, we managed to get quite a few legacy tickets today. 16. Pretty decent amount, actually. More than I expected. We're going to skip directly to these. Okay, we have a couple URs and an SR. Let's see what we've got. Supreme Pluto. You can declare one card name, look at your opponent's hand. If they have the declared card, take control. Take control of one monster. That doesn't even target. It's kind of crazy. Destroy a spawn trap card, then set the spawn trap card. Alright, so both of these effects are good if you know what your opponent has. The problem is that this is just on a big-ass monster. It's level 8, and I don't really know how to summon it. But this isn't even... Like, this was a level 4 monster. It could have been a cool tech choice, but... On a level 8 mon, I just don't even see how I would do this. They become Summon Skull. Your opponent cannot target Summon Skull monsters you control with card effects. So this is Summon Skull. It can't be targeted. So that's, I guess, not bad. It's a level 6 generic synchro that can't be targeted. If this card synchro summoned, sent to the graveyard, you can special Summon Skull from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Do we have a Summon Skull? It's a super rare. I don't know. We'll find out when your opponent activates a card that would destroy a card in the field, negate, then send. Okay, do you have to send a level 3 or lower dark monster? This is actually not bad. This is actually just another card for us to use in... Yeah, this is just another card for us to use in the trap... Not the trap, the stun deck. This is just another stun card for us. There's so many stun cards in this... There's so many stun cards in here. It's actually kind of... hilarious. But yeah, no, this is just another stun card. So they attack us, we activate this. Not attack us, they activate Lightning Storm, we activate this, and then it protects our cards in the stun deck. We've got Dark Blade Retrain, which looks really cool. Okay, this card's not terrible, I guess. It's not horrible for link stuff. Not link stuff, it's not terrible for like union plays, but we don't really do that. Zodiac, Bunny Blast. This one's okay. I don't even know why this one in particular is in the legacy tickets, but it's one of the less good ones. This Yugi used one time to beat somebody. Sage of Stillness. Is this guy any good? This could be good, actually, because those Cyburst monsters that you summon, the normal ones have really low levels, so it's potentially a decent card. You just tribute this, summon 2 monsters. Yeah, it's a little slow, but it's not the worst. Fulfillment. I don't think any of these other cards are too good. Let's see if we can get something good out of this next 6. That 6 was just kind of like not that great. Let's see what this 6 is. Azura's Priest isn't bad. You equip it with a Moon Mirror Shield, you can wipe out a full field. I guess that's not too bad. The only thing is it goes back to the hand. But I guess if it goes back to the hand, you can put the Moon Mirror Shield back on top of the deck. This isn't like terrible, but it's a little too specific. Dawn Turtle, this gains life points. Yeah, it's not good enough. This weirdo, and then yeah, the rest of this isn't too great. La, 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 la.